So there's just a great tweet that you put out once. This is my favorite one. You said the declining quality of the web, something like that, or the web in 2022. Figure out how to decline all the essential cookies. Close the support widget asking if I need help. Stop the auto playing video. Close the subscribe to our newsletter pop up. Try and remember why I came here in the first place. I mean, where is the web? That was what, 2022? So if
Mm.
we come forward to 2025, I'm not asking you to come up with one comparably, but do you think that's still the state of play, or if you were to rewrite that tweet for 2025, do you see that being a different sequence now?
I think it's very similar. So yeah, I don't think things have changed. Key banners are still annoying. People still ask you to sign up to the newsletter before you even had any content with them. Um, you get hassled by chatbots and AI now, kind of asking you stupid questions. Do you want to, do our kind of net promoter score survey? So I haven't even used your product yet, and so it can be incredibly frustrating. And I do think, sadly, that you know the drive to create a holistic user experience has dissipated as teams get bigger and get bifurcated, and different people own different parts of the journey. And so, of course, marketing and one are going to subscribe you to the newsletter. Of course, the sales team are going to want to show you the latest, Black Friday promotion. Of course, the analytics team are going to want to get your feedback on X, Y, Z. And so the experience often is like, wading through a slew of pop-ups.
Well,
Now, oh,
you had said recently that the starting point is changing. I thought that was really astute. That the starting point, and I think you actually put on LinkedIn just before this how you don't drift on the web anymore, and that more you're going to ChatGPT and AI and stuff. And the start and now that I think you wrote an article about saying how the starting point is the new
yep,
battleground. And we talked earlier about
yep.
the battleground of the browsers, and now it's battleground of the starting point. Because I was thinking, in light of that tweet, like I can imagine soon the starting point being something, yeah, some prompt
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
tanglement.
well, the article was about actually the starting point being browsers again, but I guess
Yeah.
it's the new browser war. It used to be the case that there were dozens of browsers, and then Google effectively came dominant. And one of the reasons Google wanted to become dominant is because they wanted to integrate like Google search into the browser bar, into the launch page. And so now most people don't start on a homepage or their website or a news site. Most people go straight to Google and start searching. So we've moved from kind of surfing to searching behavior. Like, people don't web surf anymore. They type a query, they find the result, they get the information they need, they type another query, and Google's owned that. And Google's owned it for the last kind of 10 years. Now that's great if there's a single search company and the other search companies are struggling. But we've got a new paradigm, which is AI. Now you go to Claude, you go to ChatGPT, you go to Anthropic or whatever, and now you ask a question, and you're not expecting to be sent to a website to find the answer. You're given the answer, or if not even a question, it's kind of an interaction. And so, if you're an AI company, then you want your chatbot to be the first thing that you come to when you hit the web. You want it to be the new URL bar, the new Google search bar, the new integrated search bar. And so, of course, all of these AI companies are going to start, and they already are, starting to create their own browsers. And I do think that in the next couple of years, there will be a new race to own that browser and own where you start your journey. Part of this is because of what we just described, which is why you're kind of talking about it. If the surfing experience is fundamentally frustrating, why have to navigate through all of it? People talk about AI slop, which I don't think is really fair. A lot of website is slop. A lot of this is slop, basically. Like, I go to a website, decline, 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 can't find the
Cognitive
thing I was looking
drag,
for.
right?
Yeah, it's really, really bad. And so, of course, if I could go to a single input box and I can ask the information that I want to. And rather than having to spend half an hour searching for it and maybe not finding it, I get back an answer that feels like it's probably correct. And I use that term very specifically because it might not be, but it might feel to you like
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
does. Um, and why have to go through a whole bunch of awful websites if I could just ask my AI agent to go and shop for me? And so I do think, sadly, that at some stage, a lot of shopping sites will effectively, and a lot of news sites will be an API for chat bots to kind of consume that information. And we won't want to go. It's the same as the high street. Like, a lot of people don't go into the high street anymore because it's just a sea of mediocre kind of chain brands. And so why go to the high street? I think the web being the high street is
Oh,
um the new sort of model, and people won't want to go there. They'll just interact with the web as an API of data through their chatbot.
and as a user, um, yes, you're making absolute sense. As a designer, you're making me feel scared because I'm just like, where is design in this? Are we just designing for APIs?